Hey guys, Jonah here, back once again with a beer review. My throat has kind of gone a bit for a Burton. That dreaded cold that I had, or maybe I should call it a cough, has descended once more onto my throat. So please bear with me, dear viewer. I have been in the pub. I passed an exam yesterday, um, and the person that did the exam, it was a verbal exam. I was speaking my answers as opposed to writing them down. Um, yeah, the person that did it was a right cunt. They were, it was a woman, so, not that I'm holding that against her, but she was an absolute fucker. And she was asking for detailed examples to questions and then berating me when I took too long to answer the questions. So, the best way I can deal with someone like that, in inverted commas, a cunt, is to have a beer and to do a beer review. So I thought I had failed, but in fact I had passed. Um, so you could argue that even a cunt likes Unclejona. Anyway, we are drinking a beer today, and it is this one. It was the last of the Ramsbury Brewery beers that I picked up in Wiltshire. And here's Stonehenge in a place called Marlborough, the ladies' school, probably the best or one of the best ladies' schools in the country. And we have a beer here called the Ramsbury Honeybee Nectar. It's a honeyed pale ale. It says 4.1% on the bottle, and it has a yellow cap. But on Untapped, it says it is 4.2. So I guess there are seasonal variations on this bad boy. And it says it's a blonde stroke golden ale. It's a little bit light for me to be a golden ale, but let's see what we get from this bad boy. Wow. Oh, I can smell the honey already. Fantastic. So we have a pint glass, and this is a 500 bottle, so it should easily fill within said glass. And I have had, this is my sixth beer of the evening. Thank you to the Royston, because I was down there. And thank you to Mike Bosco, who I can't really say, but he has something in the offing which will become clear, I'm sure, as we progress. Not today, but through the year. There we go. Wow. Look at the fizziness of this bad boy. My God, it's clear as an absolute bell, but also it has a nice head and it has a severe amount of carbonation on that bad boy. Let's see if we can get some stuff. So, Ramsbury Brewing, Stock Close Farm, in Albury Marlborough, SN8. Kennet Valley Water, some barley, wheat in there too, hops and yeast, and Wiltshire honey, which is cool. 4.2% on the ABV. Unfortunately, it doesn't go into too much detail. There we go. That's the side I probably should have done. Honeyed pale ale, a golden ale with a hint of a Ramsbury honey. Straw-coloured ale with notes of citrus, delicate bitter finish, hint of honey sweetness, brewed with their own barley and honey made from Ramsbury. And they are a farm. Oh, this smells absolutely gorgeous. It really, really does. And if anyone from Ramsbury Brewery is watching this, and some people watch my my God, my videos. Wow, look at that. Can you see the carbonation? It's still there. So that is a very carbonated beer. As far as I know, it's bottle conditioned. Oh, nectar from the gods. Smells absolutely gorgeous. The honey's there, the pale ale's there. There is a little bit of hops. To me, it smells like I would say Goldings stroke. Yeah, no, it's probably Goldings more than Fuggles. But it's traditional hops, which is absolutely fantastic. No American hops used, I don't think. And you can smell the sweetness, you can smell the maltiness. Oh, absolutely crazy. But this is a light beer, 4.1, maybe 4.2% on the ABV, um, which is fantastic. Good for me. And it is near enough a pint. You know me, I usually drink mainly because the beers I get sent are the small beers. In the 330s. This is a 500 milliliter bottle. I used to drink these all the time. These days, I don't, but I am today. Cheers and beers, dear viewer. Please think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't done already. Unclejona is my name, and yeah, I wax lyrical about beer because I absolutely love beer. So if you love beer too, why not join me in the comments down below? And why not think about, or at least considering, joining the Jonna Army? I've been around for a long time, over 10 years, drinking beers, doing reviews on beers, beer judging as well. So if you don't agree with me, why not leave me a message down below? Why not argue with me? Instead of just going, oh, I don't believe that Unclejona, he's full of shit. Oh, dearie me, I'm full of cold at the moment. Oh my God. And although I had a bit of a cold over the winter months, in January and February, I didn't really have a cold. But March comes along, and guess what happens? I start coughing and I start doing all that kind of stuff. Who knows? Anyway, cheers, dear viewer. Look at that. That is absolutely nuts. Let's see what we get from this bad boy. Oh. Okay, so, oh, interesting. Okay, so we do have some peach. It's been a while since I've done the British kind of hops, but I'm sure that's what we've got here. The traditional Goldings type hops. Other hops are available, dear viewer. But if you're brewing a beer traditionally in Wiltshire, for example, why not use what you can get? And this for me is the classic kind of citrus. I say peach, but potentially a little tiny bit of marmalade there. If I was going to say American hop, I'm pretty sure East Kent Goldings or Goldings at least are in this beer. But if I was to say it was American hops, I might say something along the lines of Amarillo, something like that. We're talking, yeah, citrus in the kind of orangey style, um, peach, stone fruit to a certain degree, uh, marmalade on toast, that kind of vibe. The sweetness of the malts are definitely there. Is it a golden ale or is it? They've called it a blonde. Wow, good combination on the secondary. I would say, yeah, because of the strength, because of the hopping, it's not superbly hopped IBU style. So I would say probably more blonde than golden. Golden tends to be a bit stronger in flavour. There's a little bit of sweetness there too. Um, Yeah, my favourite golden ale, I think, has to be Hopback Summer Lightning. Um, and it's not hoppy enough to be that, but it's not far away. So an English blonde, I would say. You know those English blondes, get in trouble with them. Not quite a golden ale in my book. Prove me wrong. Why not argue with me down below in the comments? Yeah, a little bit watery, not quite bitter enough. It's not that it's not hoppy enough. It's probably that it's not bitter enough. Some residual sweetness in there too. Um, Medium bitter finish, which is always good. Uh, I'm getting so much more into describing beer. I need to get it in my head. BJCP style over camera style. I'm a camera judge. I have also judged very recently in a BJCP competition. Um, if you're watching this, there is a message here for Sarah Pantry, who I think I must have left before you arrived because I said goodbye um, at the final table. I said, thank you very much for letting me once again judge um, at the National Homebrew competition, which was held in Bristol. It usually is held in Bristol, to be perfectly honest, but um, I still haven't done my certification in BJCP. So those of you that follow in the UK, there's two main um, ways of looking at beer. One's camera and one is BJCP. Others are available. Don't get me wrong. Um, Similar, but very much not the same. Um, and yeah, Sarah Pantry was there, and I was there too. Oh my God! I hope you didn't see me wave at me and I just ignored you because that was not my intention at all. Sarah very kindly um, let me judge on a BJCP judging many moons. Well, it wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, um, which was my first judging event. I've done some judging since then, but I've never been BJCP accredited, shall we say. I've always been a guest judge on those type of events, and yeah, thank you very much for letting me come along. Wiper and True. If you're in the UK, you'll know Wiper and True, I'm sure. So it was based at their brewery. Um, yeah, absolutely great. I should be talking about this beer, and I'm talking about beer judging because I'm enthused. It's fantastic. Those of you that are watching this video, hopefully you will, um, well, because you're watching this video, you probably know what I'm like already. But yes, it's beer is fantastic. What more can I say? Beer is absolutely fantastic. And if you're watching this and you're not involved in the whole beer scene, whether it's in America, whether it's in the UK, whether it's around the world, please get involved because um, if you're passionate about beer like me, please get involved in judging and that type of side of things. It's not just about beer ticking. Fuck me. If you're a beer ticker and you think, oh yeah, I know everything about beer, please get involved in doing some judging because it will seriously open your eyes. Um, One person that can judge a beer, if you can judge a beer style that you do not like and give it its credit where a credit is due, and yeah, maybe seek off flavors where they're not warranted, because sometimes off flavors are very much part of a beer style. That will make you a beer drinker. Come on. Right, let's finish this off, and you guys can get on your way. This is my, like I said, this is my sixth beer of the evening, so I'm probably talking complete nonsense. But complete nonsense is what the Unclejona beer channel is all about. So yeah, if you're stuck at home, if you are unable to go out drinking for whatever reason, um, yeah, Unclejona is here for you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. And if not, I'm just entertaining because I'm slightly half cut. Cheers and beers, I'll drink to that. Um, yeah, fantastic example of, I would say this comes under the broader range of an English style pale ale. Um, I know they said it was a golden beer or a blonde, but they all come under pale ale. I would say that a British bitter, or some British bitters, also come under the pale ale category, the, the pale ale style. Pardon me, easy drinking beer, reasonable level of bitterness, not super hoppy, whereas American style beers tend to be a little bit more hoppy um, in the modern way. They tend to be hazy as well. I mean, this beer is superbly clear. Look at that. You probably saw it at the beginning of the review, but very, very well done. Thank you very much for brewing this beer. Traditional hops, I'm sure they are. Honey and malt grown. I mean, there is absolutely nothing like provenance, growing certain aspects, and obviously you grow malts, but also the honey is there too, coming from the local flora. Um, some people don't like things, vegans especially, don't like things coming from the bees, as Uncle Monty said. Uh, Prostitute for the bees. If you remember that, yeah, I'm sure you do. Um, Richard Griffiths, who is no longer around, sadly. Fantastic actor. With Nail and I is the movie. Have a look at that one. That's an Unclejona recommended film. Six beers in and I'm everyone's or anyone's. You know where we roll. I need to go and sit in a darkened room, drink some more beers. It is a school night, but yeah, I don't care. That is the way forward. Like I said, I'm also celebrating because I passed an exam which I was convinced that I was not going to pass. So maybe I should go for that BJCP exam. I don't think they do recorded beer reviews. You have to write. That's where I get yeah, marked down because I'm dyslexic, so my writing is not so good. Even though I do come across Julie Golding every so often, Goulding even. Oh my god, come across her as well, right on the face. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish this off. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Why not come back for more Unclejona nonsense? There are a lot of things in the offing. It's March. It is a wonderful time of year, especially between drinking beers and stuff. Um, take care. We'll see you real soon for another beer review. Shamon.